Right now on the KRON 4 Morning News, star running back Christian McCaffrey suffering an injury that could potentially end his season. Plus, we now know the names of the 3 young people who tragically died in a car crash one day before Thanksgiving. And an East San Jose school district has to decide today which schools might merge or close completely.
Now, live from the Bay Area's local news station, this is KRON 4 News at 9.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us at 9 a.m. I'm James Fletcher.
And I'm Raina Harvey in for Daria Folsom this morning on the second day of December. It's been a while. We last saw each other in November.
I know. It feels like Thanksgiving was just last week. Oh, yeah, it was. Good morning, John.
I know, it happens so quickly this time of year. It's like, oh, now it's this Christmas season, isn't it? We're looking outside at skies that don't necessarily make it feel like December, though. It's definitely clear, and it is actually a little warmer than where we're usually at to be kicking off the new month. Right now, we're looking at San Jose, which will reach 70 degrees later on today, so enjoy that down in the Santa Clara Valley. We've had a little bit of fog towards our interior valleys the past few days. Most of that was concentrated out in the Central Valley this morning. Temperature-wise, we're sitting in the 40s for most areas, although a few more 50s popping up now, with Oakland at 55 degrees, Petaluma at 44 now. As we move into the afternoon, mostly 60s for your daytime highs and definitely holding on to that sun. Michael?
Hey, good morning, everyone. Taking a look right now at our roads, we are dealing with a lot of different collisions. So we're going to kind of make our way all the way around the bay. We'll start over in the East Bay. This is in Oakland. You can see it's residual delays now as CHP just cleared it right before we got on air, but it's east of Grand Avenue. There was a traffic collision there, and you can really still see all that backup making its way on 580. So keep that in mind. If you are over in the East Palo Alto area, southbound 101 at University Avenue, there is an accident there. That has been cleared, or it should be cleared in the next few minutes, but keep that in mind. Over in the Vallejo area, this actually just happened. Eastbound 80, it's right near the Georgia Street ramp, so keep that in mind. And it is causing some delays there on the eastbound lane. So I know we do have viewers up there. If you're heading out, just keep that in mind before you get over to that bridge. Taking a look over in the Albany area, we do have an accident east of Cleveland Avenue. It's westbound 80, so just kind of keep that in mind as you're heading out. And lastly, that Bay Bridge traffic right now, metering lights are on. We're looking at about a 17-minute commute. I'll send it over to you two.
All right, Michael, thank you for that update.
Well, 9:01 is the time, and happening today, the Alum Rock School District in San Jose is going to make its final decision about which schools will close.
Yeah, the closure sparked a lot of criticism from parents. The district faces a $20 million budget shortfall. KRON 4's Will Tran is live in San Jose with the latest on that. Will?
The shock is over for many parents. Now reality is setting in, especially with the school board making the decision at 5:30 tonight. It's not if, but when it will happen, and today is the day because they made the recommendations mid-November, and they said today will be the final cut, and then they will ratify it in mid-December. The students are inside Cureton Elementary School. This is one of the schools on the chopping block. They are staring at a $20 million budget deficit. There's declining enrollment, and whenever there's declining enrollment, the school gets less money as far as input. And then there's COVID relief. They got federal funding during that time, but that has all dried up. So they are facing tough decisions, and they are forced to consolidate and shut down many schools. I got a chance to talk to a parent. She has 2 kids who are autistic. She says this will be devastating to them.
They're having to transfer to schools that don't necessarily have the safety precautions within the other schools already. So it saddens me a bit, where I know the economy impacted a lot of the schools here in the east side, but makes me sad that a lot of the schools are maybe closing, and the kids are going to have to consolidate to schools, and class sizes are going to be affected.
Cureton is just one of the schools. There are other schools on the chopping block, so many to mention that we encourage you to go to cronford.com. But some of the other schools include Donald J. Meyer Elementary School as well as Joseph George Middle School. They could be staring at their last few months in operation as well. I got a chance to talk to the school district. They say even after all of this is done, that could save them about $10 million. But again, they are staring at $20 million budget deficit, so they will have to scramble to try to find the other $10 million. Back to you.
All right, Will. A lot of people impacted by this decision. Thank you.
9:04 is the time. One of the other big stories we're following this morning, we now know the names of those 3 teens who died in a car crash just one day before Thanksgiving in Piedmont. On the left of your screen is Soren Dixon. In the middle there is Krista Tsakuhara. And on the right is Jack Nelson. Hundreds of community members came together at Piedmont Park Friday evening for a vigil to remember them. Neighbors and friends say the victims were college students visiting their families for the holidays, and the crash happened at about 3 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday on Hampton Road. The Cybertruck they were in jumped the curb, crashed into a tree, and burst into flames. 1 person survived. There was a 4th person there that was rushed to the hospital in critical condition. We're still waiting for an update on that person's condition. Police say speed was certainly a factor in this crash, and now they're looking into whether drugs or alcohol played a part. In Fremont, a young couple is struggling this morning after their car was stolen on Thanksgiving Day. Benny and Arcelia were celebrating Thanksgiving with their family when they noticed the car that was parked out front was gone. Stolen right from the front of their family home. The theft is a big blow to the couple. They're just days away now from being induced at an East Bay hospital.
I just got super emotional because not only Thanksgiving got ruined, but all the baby stuff was in there.
Well, everything from the baby stroller, the car seat, the clothes, the toys, all gone. The couple says the car was their main means of transportation, so now they're having to solve that problem. There are thousands of dollars in the hole just as their baby's about to be born. A GoFundMe account has been created to help out the couple.
All in the East Bay, we got video from Citizens app showing a sideshow. This is in the Fremont neighborhood of Oakland. This happened around 3 a.m. Sunday morning, right near the intersection of International Boulevard and 42nd Avenue. You can see a car with a yellow flag doing donuts. No arrests have been made. We reached out to police for more details and are waiting to hear back. 5 people are without a home this morning after a fire ripped through an apartment building in Mill Valley. Crews responded to that burning building on Shelter Bay Avenue Saturday. Flames inside an apartment unit spread to neighboring units. Fortunately, no injuries were reported. The Red Cross is now working with the victims. A person is recovering from smoke inhalation after a house went up in flames in Antioch. Firefighters responded to the house fire right near 18th Street and Crestwood Drive. Crews say flames spread to a nearby home. Both buildings were severely damaged. The fire also knocked down a power line. One victim had to be taken to the hospital, and the cause of that fire is still under investigation.
Well, 18 people had to be rescued from the San Francisco Bay Saturday morning after their boat capsized. This is video from the fire department, and as it pans, you'll eventually see the victims here in the water waiting to be airlifted. There they are. This all happened 8:30 in the morning on Saturday. A 14-foot wooden sailboat apparently struck by a wave, causing it to flip over. Crews with the Coast Guard and the Brisbane Fire Department were able to get those people out of the water into Oyster Point Marina. Checked them all out. Thankfully, nobody was hurt. Happening today, we have San Francisco's Federal Building set to be renamed the Speaker Nancy Pelosi Federal Building. In fact, Representative Pelosi will be there at the unveiling of the new sign for the building on Market Street. The building houses offices for Pelosi and for several government agencies. Pelosi's been representing San Francisco in Congress for 37 years, and she was the first woman to serve as Speaker of the House.
All right, let's talk sports. Pretty tough loss for the Niners, taking on the Buffalo Bills in a pretty heavy snowstorm.
Yeah, and we walked away with an injured star player to boot, so not a fun outing. KRON 4's Aaron Wilson has more.
the Niners. They were looking to get back in the win column after dropping 2 in a row, but they'd have to play in a snow-covered Highmark Stadium and on that field. And the Bills Mafia, well, they showed up shoveling their seats, ready to go. But how ready were the Niners? So let's pick it up in the second quarter where the 49ers down by 4. And it's Christian McCaffrey. He gets the carry here, and he appears to fall on his own. No contact, and slides to the ground there. Well, you can see it in the replay. He plants, immediately goes down, limps gingerly off the field. He would go out with a knee injury and would not return, and they're thinking it may be season ending to his PCL. Now, a couple minutes later, same score, and James Cook gets the handoff. You see what he does with it, 65 yards to the house, and the Bills, they pad their lead to 11 as fans celebrate with throwing snowballs in the air. Third quarter now, Niners down by 18 with a chance to score. It is Kyle Juszczyk. He gets the handoff, but the ball is punched out by Taylor Rapp. Christian Bedford comes down, scoops it up. The Bills, it's a scoop and score. A very costly turnover by the Niners. And then a little bit later on 1st and goal here, Allen with a quick pass to Amari Cooper. He pitches it back to Allen. Allen with one of the craziest touchdowns of his career as he gets past the pylon. A little trickery from the Bills there that pads their lead to 25. 3 minutes later, and it's 2nd and 8. Finally, Brock Purdy fakes the handoff, passes to Isaac Guerendo, and the rookie finds himself in the end zone for his 2nd touchdown of his career and also of the season. But too little too late. The Bills, they win it in dominant fashion. 35-10 was the final. Buffalo, they clinched their 5th straight AFC East Division title. And here's what Kyle Shanahan had to say about that after the game.
Real disappointed. We got a lot more pride in this, and I know we definitely know we have some people out and stuff, but we can play a lot better than that. Having 3 turnovers both of these weeks and getting none, I think that's 6-0 in 2 weeks. And when you do that and you don't stop the run like we have in these last 2 weeks, you usually can guess the outcome.
I'll toss it back to you at the desk.
Thrive City hosted a special event for the 49ers fans on Sunday. They hosted a free watch party. As the Niners took on the Buffalo Bills, the free event offered live music activities and giveaways.
San Francisco's been very, very, very good to me.
Well, that's still ahead on the Crawford Morning News. Even celebrities got caught up in the holiday travel rush at SFO. Well, Danny Trejo told Crawford 4 about his holiday here in the Bay. Plus, Foster City making plans to drive out those pesky neighbors. Who is the pesky neighbors? Why they say the Canadian geese are making residents there, creating a health hazard for them. And an animal care center in the South Bay is now under fire after a report reveals pretty shocking violations.
And we've got clear skies this morning at SFO. Good news if you have any family flying out to kick off this December. We are seeing temperatures in the 40s to 50s right now, so absolutely throw on the jackets this morning. More in your forecast, still to come.